It's a Monday, the what? The 25th, right?
25th, yeah.
25th,
Yeah.
Yeah, 25th of what you call it.
Month end for some people. For some people, month end.
Well, that was Nanzaga. Go ahead. 25.
And that's why I'm going to the phone.
Yeah,
Today
Oh, that's a book.
Yeah,
That's Zaga. Chelsea, I think. Okay, now, so
they classify according to the dates.
yeah.
When you get paid 15, how much?
Oh, sharp,
Yeah,
yeah.
I got 25. Was
But I thought with 15 no one was naturally too much.
no, they
do.
do.
No, was not
15 actually, bro, no,
15 on Zaga.
It's money. It's money education, because if you look at the LSM,
Yeah.
Baba 15, above 25%. But 25, 30.
25, no, the 25 is middle class.
Buanka by Guaca, make a give you a little bit like audio, yeah.
My God, proud. The 25 is middle class. So when I was 25, just know how at least they hold mostly a junior degree.
Marmafala Quidi on a canteen.
My fellow quid, I get all Tom Dick in here.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You see, according to the LSM that they peg you in,
Yeah.
the date that you are earning
Yes.
determines the level of the status of your life.
Is it?
Yeah.
So
That's
15
true.
is
That's
okay.
true.
The 15.
Yeah.
Above,
15
30,000, 20,000, 15,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 a month.
It's 15.
But 50.
Okay.
Ke bona dingame bao.
Yeah.
Aba entse tšhelete.
Maphodisa le mashole.
Yes, ke bona bao.
I'm
telling you.
50,000 little.
Yeah, wait, no.
Like an ordinary cop.
No.
Mamela, when I once, I can now was a unionist.
Yes.
So I once came across a payslip of a police officer. You know what takes a lot of their money?
Yeah.
It's this many benefits that they have. Otolo gore motho ne gross.
Yeah.
It's around boma 50. You know?
Okay. Can I go to give before us?
Before, yes.
Yeah.
Then after gross mutunga boma 15,000 home.
I didn't tell take a forward. You
will be surprised.
Can you share this supported
it's your life covers, it's your insurances, because there's this insurance most of them are part of.
Yeah,
when they pass on, while on
Masadi
they get money forever.
No,
it's them. It's that stage, it's them.
Right.
It's 50% come or 50% come. Yeah.
But welcome, Ben. Jibis. We
are coming in hot today.
We are coming in hot today. Dumelang TikTok. Thank you so much for joining us, and you taking time to join our live on TikTok. Khositsile 007. And if you are watching us on YouTube, now is the Khositsile on a live show, and then Facebook is Khositsile on one. Thank you so much for joining us again on a Monday, man, to come and talk about stuff. Stuff. Sahore, Canada again. Masomalia Fisadi call. No, something needs to be done about this thing.
Yeah.
But it's fine. Before you get let's introduce this team the way of comment down, please. On
let's get the comments.
Yeah, today the incident at Orange Farm where Somalis they burned down a tuck shop, a very nice man, very very nice tuck shop by Fisa the.
Oh my God!
Whoa! You must. Wait, these are news to me. What happened?
What happened? And I saw that video before, and I was like, okay,
who owns that?
He's a black man, bro. South African. South African, yeah.
If it's a woman,
yeah. What feels like Somali?
Nah.
Yeah.
So Somalis, to be specific,
they bend down tuck shop.
Very clean,
very clean. Hey, I'm telling you now.
Expired goods.
No, nothing. I saw the video saying me
proper manufactured goods.
Guys, wait. We don't have leadership in this country.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. You see, I was thinking about it now. almost everything that is happening here, it just simply shows that there's no leadership.
Yeah.
And for us to be sitting and biting ourselves and trying to find out what's wrong, it's easy. There is no leadership.
Yeah. What are Gigi?
Cupcake.
So we work at that day for today, and we work at this apartheid in democracy. That's what I call it.
Okay.
Where we now have white enclaves. We have Cape Independence.
Correct.
Renale,
Orania.
Kelinfontein, Renale, Orania. So we're going to talk about that today. So please comment. I give on Abuti, Manko TikTok, Are Abuti Mureri. Are but 2015 kidding up.
He's agreeing with
Kidding up,
the 15 group.
But maybe I say, no, fit. So much. I cannot figure 12. Like I saw a phone salary, but I will half of it is gone.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right, my friends, so please let's comment and talk, man, about this thing. Cape Independence, what happened? Go Orange Farm. Tabiso is going to give us more information about that. And what happened? But again, this Cape Independence, and what do you guys think about that? Cape Independence, Mabura Nyako Independence, West Africa, after Apartheid, Fileniona, but Kelinfontein, Kamo, Apartheid is going to demolish Kelinfontein. You comment about like bring the bulldozers.
We don't want Sarge now.
But let me tell you something. Why that one thing that I got to understand about this thing, especially the issue of Orania, even the one that you're talking about.
Kelinfontein, yes.
Look, let's take the whiteness away. Let's look at the deterioration that is happening in South Africa and even worldwide in terms of culture, tradition and everything that people stand for as human beings. There is a higher rate of deterioration, and sometimes you will find certain groups of people who will want to stick to their culture, who want to stick to their own and protect their own.
I'm a bit, Jimmy. I got the song for like. After the commercially,
okay.
You don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't kind of culture.
No.
I want culture. See, wait.
I don't agree with what they're doing.
Yeah.
But if
you understand,
exactly. If you look at it the other way around, and it was that
after this commission, this show is brought to you by Sohomane Medical Services and Clinic. They are a private clinic situated in number 70 Tuefengesgras in Westview, Danville. They specialize on the following: primary health care, ailment diagnosis and treatment, including medication, wound care, family planning, well baby clinic, basic ultrasound, laboratory blood services, treatment of chronic illnesses, treatment and management of patients on ARVs, wellness screening, antenatal clinic, HIV services and counseling. They have a pharmacy on site and they are doing CCMDD services as well, OHS clinic, circumcision clinic and abortion services. Their cell phone number is 064 548 7176 or 071 422 8576. Again, the address is 70 Tuefengesgras in Westview, Pretoria West in Danville. Cell phone number again is 064 548 7176 or 071 422 8576. Yeah, that's our sponsor for today's Sohomane Medical Services and Clinic. If you want to be one of our sponsors as well, contact us on 64548-776 and we'll make the same commercial like this for you, and then people will hear Horgwanamang. Then we'll flight even your. If you go Facebook and YouTube, you'll see our advert there on the screen at the moment. So learn about our but say contact me on 064548776. They don't take any medical aid, they only take cash. Yeah. 315 for that. Cash contant.
Cash is king.
Cash is king.
It's even cheaper than your medical aid.
And you can swipe. Cash is to get cash.
Correct.
You swipe. You swipe, you swipe EFT, what the bet.
Yeah, but you still don't say if you're swiping because systems can go down. A lot of things can happen.
But cash is king. There's a reason why they always say cash is king.
Cash is king.
Yeah. But then how do we work out that cash is king? Don't you think it's time for us as black people to invest in gold?
Vele.
You understand?
Yeah,
That might be a topic one day.
Gold never loses value.
It never does.
It never does.
No, that's why Gareth was killed, because he wanted them to buy our oil with gold, not with dollars, because dollars is a paper.
Yeah.
Where are they going to
take
it?
Gold the whole of Europe and America, what next? Like a
That's why you had to go.
Welcome back, Haichu. Welcome to TikTok. Welcome more Kosi FM, www.kosifm, the Zero Z. They come to you live again on www.holdings, the Zero Z /Kosi FM/. And once you on YouTube, the Kosi on a live show, and on Facebook, Kosi on, and on TikTok now, as we speak, Kosi 007. Thanks so much. And that Moreri for that comment. About 15 kidding. I'm very kidding. I'm getting it. Next that I government. I never got paid on the 15th. I got paid since I was still on that student thing. I'm like, 15 again.
Yeah.
I guess all right. Yeah. Okay, but for there's two topics today. Okay. The first one is like Yako working this thing. Yako Orange Farm. So I guess T. I've seen a video, I think,
yes.
At that tuck shop, beautiful tuck shop, very beautiful. And then we see now it's been burned down.
Yes.
Talk to us. What happened?
You know that story, ne? Yeah. Let me say, when it comes to the incident that happened in Orange Farm, it's one of those incidents that happened before. Mm-hmm. But what makes this one special is that we had prior knowledge before it was actually burned down.
Like someone told you, hey, they're gonna burn this thing down.
No. The guy was complaining.
Okay, the owner.
Yes.
Yeah.
He went to the police station. He went to different social media platforms, making it known. So the story is, he was operating a butchery for a period of about 6 years, right? Yeah. And he operated without any problems, without any difficulties.
Yes.
The problem started when he opened a grocery store next to the butchery.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So when he opened the grocery store, when I was there, he's surrounded by 3 Somali shops.
Okay.
On both sides.
So no.
Those shops were operating, by the way.
Yeah.
They operated when he was also operating in the 6 years when he was operating the butchery.
Yeah.
So they were there.
Okay.
So now when he started operating his own grocery shop, that's where the problem started. Now, according to him, the threats started coming last year, July.
Yeah.
This was in 2024.
Yeah.
That's when they actually started threatening this guy.
Bonama Somalia.
Yeah,
Baring.
There's a video that he actually showed us of this very same Somalis inside his shop pretending to buy maize meal.
So they never scout that.
Yes, and they didn't. And there's remarks in that very same video that he showed us that they actually uttered it out.
Barry.
Apart from there, I couldn't make out clearly because they were speaking, and their English is not so good.
Yes.
So I couldn't make out what they were saying, but according to him, it came as a threat.
To him.
Because he was there selling.
Okay.
Right. Apart from that, they made several threats via phone calls. They made several threats directly to the staff members. They even made threats via voice notes, WhatsApp messages, and all of that.
Yeah.
Which he actually took to the police station.
And they did nothing.
And he actually went to the extent of saying to them, are you actually waiting for something to happen before you guys can actually
do something,
respond?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
He also complained about the ward.
The ward councillor or the ward?
The ward committee.
Okay.
That is in there as well.
Yeah.
Right? He actually said him and the councillor on a personal level, they are good. They are okay. There isn't any problem.
Yeah.
But when it comes to community service issues, that's where
they differ.
According to him.
Sounds like someone I know.
Yes. According to him, he thought it was a good relationship.
Yeah. Until
now this incident happened.
Yeah.
Right? And then the ward committee had a problem with him.
Because?
I don't know, like, what was the problem, but they had a problem with him based on what he's actually doing. By the way, that is not the only establishment he has around that extension area.
Yeah.
He has different businesses, this guy. This guy is a proper businessman. He's not taking chances.
I was about to say that I don't know this person, but from what you're explaining,
yes,
I could pick up one thing, which is a common thing among black people, and that's why even the issue of him complaining and people not standing up to protect him.
Correct.
Even the counselor himself. It boils down to one thing that I always say. Indaba yomona. You see, let us not beat by the bush. This is the reason why we find ourselves in this situation as black South Africans. Indaba yomona.
Correct.
Now our own brother gets to be attacked, his establishment,
and no one even comes to the rescue.
Gets to be attacked by foreigners in our own country. They fail to assist. He goes around, he complains about it. He's telling everybody that he knows and nobody's standing up with him.
Correct.
Because of already Lamanda Kulmanabo, Bayam Chelasela. Now, again, this is the part where I normally say when all these things that are happening to us as black South Africans that we are complaining about,
you know what?
Because of inhliziyo esinazo mfethu, I can tell right now, singamasimba. Because of you cannot sit back, your own brother complain. If Minana we've got differences, it's okay. But when somebody else comes into our space who does not belong here, we stand together as brothers, we fight the enemy. We'll deal with our issues later. You understand? That is what was supposed to happen.
Exactly,
And you know, Unkatile, the story still gets hotter. Because now this guy, after he has went to the councillor to complain, he has complained to the ward committee, and ANC ward committee I'll tell you why I'm saying an ANC ward committee. I'll tell you. This guy goes to the councillor to complain, he goes to the ward committee to complain, and nothing happens. Right? So unfortunately for him, on Tuesday, he closed, and he told us a story to say on Tuesday morning, there was a guy who came in, a Somali guy, who comes in, he was driving up and down in the morning waiting for them to open, right? Yes. And then when this guy came in, he ordered a plate of food to eat, but he never ate that food. And he says prior to that, there were about 5 or 6 Somali guys who came in to order one chicken. One. And they came in there. I think there were about 8 of them.
No,
able to doing. They wanted to eat. But they ended up not buying. That's the thing.
So no, it was
grand. No, they were planning to ban on the day. You understand?
Yeah.
And when he did that, the guy asked questions such as, when are you going to close? What time are you closing? How many staff members here do you have? You know, the guy took a dry, go sighting Lele Ladi barging grocery shop. You know. And remember this guy all along from last year, July, he has been receiving threats to say, hey, you see, you were operating. And he even says it, Uguti, it was a Sotho national that called him. Yes. I understand. And I understand why he would, a person calling be Sotho. You understand? Exactly. And the area itself there is dominated by Sotho speaking people.
Yes.
So whether they are South African or from Lesotho itself, we wouldn't know. But the area is dominated by them, both Bukeng and them. It's always been Sotho speaking people. So this guy calls him, he speaks with him in Sesotho, he threatens him, he tells him, Hore, you have been operating the butcher for a very long time, but now when you're coming this side, what does that mean?
Obvious.
He takes the very same voice note. He says it, he shows it to the station commander and the people who are supposed to assist him, which are the police, and they do nothing about it. They do nothing about it. You understand? So we went there, Tina, on Wednesday.
Yeah. This past Wednesday.
Before the shop got banned or after the shop got banned? After the shop got banned.
Yeah.
That guy says the fire was taken out 3 times. So meaning that these guys came back 3 times to ban the shop. Because when they banned it the first time, the firefighters came in very quickly, took the fire out.
At least the shop has
At that time, the shop was still okay.
Yeah.
They came back the second time. They banned it again. Firefighters came, took the fire out.
Yeah.
The third time, when they came, they made sure everything bans here this time. They banned everything. It looks very bad. I even made a video. It looks bad. Now, where it gets interesting, we were there. We came, I think we arrived there around Boma 10.
Yeah.
Right? I was with other leaders from other organizations. Now, for me, I went there because, remember, they just assassinated the guy in Ratanda, the one who was a singer at that famous group in South Africa. Oh,
yeah. Pose kept
that guy.
Yeah.
I think it's Tabo Tabang Libitolahai.
For what?
They assassinated him because, remember, he stays in Ratanda, and in Ratanda, the community there decided to form a what do you call it? A forum of business people that are going to take Somalis out, and they do those Spaza shops themselves. They have been assassinating from Fani to Barikimang, this guy.
Who's doing the assassination?
Somalis.
The Somalis, Bafan.
You understand? They are doing the assassination.
So
I'm telling you.
You know.
My man, I'm still coming. So while we were there, the councillor comes.
We've got two guests. Hey, Dumelang.
Is that a guest?
Yeah.
No, that one he wants to challenge. He wants to challenge us to a duel. He wants to challenge us to a duel.
Two people here wants to join the live. Hey guys, there's some gingerbread men on screen.
Nah, they want to challenge us. They want to duel us. You know, that's TikTok.
But who are these people? Do you know them?
They're random. They just come in. They just come in. I want to
go down and they change. Hey, Boa, talk and do Hey,
yeah. So while we were there, the councillor comes because there were rumors that have been spread about the community. This is the community of Orange Farm. They are lying and they are saying we are there to ban. And I'm like, to ban what?
You are there to ban?
Yes, we are there to ban Somali tuck shops. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, we were there with Tudula guys.
Yeah.
Now, they don't play.
Yeah.
They don't play.
Yeah.
They went around and quickly closed the Somali shops.
What's the difficult one again?
But if he says, Mamel, remember Tudula is under fire.
Oh, yeah.
They are being hunted by the so-called government.
Oh.
And we all know, it's not the government. It's actually the ANC that is making sure that they keep them at bay.
Ne?
They are afraid of what is going to happen local elections.
Yeah.
So now they are busy demonizing Tudula. You understand?
Okay.
So now, the councillor comes there. He says, now you guys are here and now you are causing commotion here, and they are saying...
The councillor cannot be out.
Yes, ANC councillor.
Didn't he know what was happening there?
My man. The community members of the ANC comes in.
Yeah.
He's drunk as they come. That's why you get a lot of news from a drunk man.
Orange Farm.
Okay.
Orange Farm.
Okay.
Now that guy is here. Yeah, you guys were supposed to follow protocol. There's a committee here.
Hey, man, after protocol,
before you come here, you must make sure that you come to us first.
For what?
You cannot come here and do as you please. The guy from Operation Dudula asked him a simple question to say, but why must we come here? Because we come here to see. Our brothers called us to say, hey, there's a crisis here.
Yeah.
He has been everywhere asking for help. So he called us and we came. As Operation Dudula and other civic movement, because March on March was there.
Yeah.
PA was there.
Yeah.
Operation Dudula was there.
Yeah.
Yes. They were all there.
Yeah.
To see actually what happened.
What is happening? Yes.
So while we were there, we were waiting for Bariking, the insurance guys to come. The members of the committee, ANC committee, ward committee. Yeah, you were supposed to be here and tell us, and now you just closed the shops without consulting us. So we are making sure that the shops are going to open. Based on what? Okay, Arboni. These guys, do they have proper documents to operate the shops?
Yes.
None. Showed us proper documents. None. Okay, they themselves, as individuals, because they are here on asylum as refugees,
yeah.
Do they have proper documentation? none showed us proper documentation.
Yes.
And then police come. This is where it gets interesting. These committee members are saying Xolani tossed his own place because he wanted insurance to pay.
Banal proof.
They don't have. That's what I asked them. Me personally, I was like, you talk as if you know too much. How do you know Xolani has insurance?
Yeah.
Are you part of this establishment as a member or as a staff member or as a director? How do you know that this man has insurance?
Yeah.
Barutu. Then the next thing comes on. You see, when you are drunk, you say a lot of things. Yeah, but this guy, we have been talking to him. Also, you want a stake in this thing.
You've been talking to him saying what? That's the question.
Exactly. You have been talking to him saying what?
Yeah.
No, don't worry what you were saying. But this guy is very stubborn. He employs South African. He doesn't pay them. Which shop of the Somalis here has employed South Africans? At least he employs South Africans to work. But he employs them. Show me which shop here, D3, show me which shop is employing South Africans.
Yeah.
None. It's only Somalis in there. So what are you saying to me? Yo, Abana, this is where I was defeated. Ne? This Somali guy comes with like a van. And as we were there, I started telling the other guys to say, man, there are too many vans passing around here.
Yeah.
And these vans, then they are being driven by Somalis, and all of them are taking this, approach. They come speeding, and when they get there, this is what happened when they assassinated Thabiso in Sebokeng.
Yes.
They did the very same thing.
Is it?
So, I know this. When we were there in Sebokeng, this is what happened. And Thabiso himself, if you go back to the YouTube videos and what videos, you'll hear what Thabiso himself is saying. Because at that time, he was in hiding. He had to come out of hiding. Guess who sold him out? The very same community of, what do you call it? Sebokeng.
Okay.
You understand? So now, this guy, the same thing is happening.
Yeah.
Within 5 minutes, we had about 50 cars of Somalis coming to us. 50. Those guys were more than 100 surrounding us. But then they are watching. Bona, I saw when they say capture, what do they mean?
State capture.
Bona, there was a guy, I will describe him. He was wearing a blue sporty with a jean a blue, rojo, with a shirt a blue, that guy. That guy told us straight to our faces to say, if you kill one of our brothers, I'm going to kill 20 or 40 of you guys.
Okay, because he's a Somalian.
He's a Somalian. And he said, this is not Soweto.
Oh.
This is not Soweto.
Okay.
We will show you who we are here. Now that's a direct threat.
It is. And the police are there.
No. I went there. I spoke to a police man called Ngubani.
Yes.
This man made a direct threat to us. No, don't worry, my brother. We are going to sort it out.
Are you serious?
We are going to sort it out. And I was like, okay, sharp. For my safety, I'm not afraid of opening up a case against this guy. Where now what you need to do here, because you can see these people, but they are not here to negotiate. They are here to fight.
To fight, yes.
So, and they were provoking us like nobody's business, right? And we stood our ground. You understand? And when we stood our ground because in Elibona fell at that time fighting against us.
Yes.
Right? While I said that, I said to him, no, now ukanka unkise matala side. Ketala salam rao.
Yeah.
Arrest this guy alone. So that Nakilobula case against this guy.
We kill one, you can kill 10 of you.
Because he threatened us. He says he's going to kill us.
Yes.
You understand? So, okay, sharp. Oh, guy. The guy was still there shouting. While I was there, they went to police officers. They were giving them something that we didn't see. They were doing all sorts of things.
Did you see that video? Because Pakistan.
No, they were busy making these signs and what. And now, where it gets even more dangerous for me, the community was now starting to fight against us. I'm telling you.
No, guys, you know what? Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
We now, I'll be honest with you, from what you're saying and from the look of things, we're never gonna win this one.
We're never
gonna win this one.
I saw it that day in Orange Farm.
We're never gonna win this one.
Never.
The issue about these guys is rotten from the core. First and foremost, that whole community, it means that is fed and it's bought by these guys. It's controlled by these guys. As a matter of fact,
let me tell you what they did in front of us.
Yeah.
Jibiliga, before you even go there, they gave them these expired foods.
I'm telling you.
In front of us.
I'm telling you.
Before we can even leave.
Yeah.
People were going to these shops, taking the cold drink, taking mawu, taking all these things. And I was like, these South Africans.
Yeah.
Okay, but what must be done, JJ?
Now, this is where I got flabbergasted.
Yeah.
To say we had law enforcement there. The law enforcement didn't come to protect us. They came to protect
the Somalis.
Yeah.
One I can say it. They can take me to court. I don't care.
The law enforcement, they are benefiting from those rotten food and then those cold drinks.
Obviously.
So that's why they are there. I mean, they are getting paid. But you have
you have sworn to protect and serve the citizens of this country.
You can do that, my brother.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any difference.
Everybody.
No, but it's an oath.
Everyone.
But don't even go far. Huh? I mean, don't even go far. Look at Cupcake. I mean, he has taken an oath, but look at what he's doing.
Yeah.
So that means nothing.
There's not a matter of it's an oath and everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, that means nothing. The issue here is this: our people, they don't care, and which now it brings me to this topic that you want us to talk about, Orania.
Yeah.
Our people, they don't care. Black people, they don't care. And
do you think it's ignorance, though?
It's just they don't care. Abantu abamnyama, they don't care. Abantu abamnyama, they are looking for, there's a way that my friend likes to use, quick gratification, something that's going to benefit them now. You understand? As long as you put food or you put anything on the table and say, go do X and Y and Z, and you're able to benefit. He doesn't care what's going to happen after. He doesn't care about the consequences. He does not even care that he's got kids that are growing. And if this community gets to be so messed up, it's going to affect Abantwana Bakhe. They don't care about that. And this is the part now which, for me, as we deal with this issue, Orania, which we're going to deal with, I do not want us to be clouded by the issue of race pair. But let's look at key fundamental things here. Mm-hmm. You can never move to a white area, being a Somalian or whoever, don't give a flying fuck who you are, and do such.
Say it again.
Flying. I'm telling you, and do such. You can't. You understand? You can't.
Correct.
Why? White people, they will protect their whiteness, and believe me, they are not going to entertain you coming to their space to destroy the future of their kids. They will fight you with everything that they've got. Oh. And that's another reason why today we will have more communities like Orania being established because of the issues this. There's no governance. Everything is deteriorating. Yeah. From culture, language, everything is bad. You understand? Moral, deterioration, everything. So people who care about the next generation, people are conscious that they've brought kids on this planet.
Yeah.
They will move into places like that, being white, and do and create their own space.
Correct.
You understand?
Correct.
Which Tina, as Abotag, we are failing to do that.
Yeah.
We should have long done that with KZN.
Yeah.
We should have long done that with the Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
And the only problem with us is this: we don't care.
All right. Okay, but before jumping how did it end? Because I want us to really come to that one, right, GB? Yeah, we should have done that as black people
for me, when we left, we couldn't live as individuals.
Yeah.
We had to escort each other out.
So you didn't leave without any solution, are you saying?
No. When we were leaving, at least there was an insurance guy there taking pictures, doing this, doing that.
Yeah.
Like I said, that man is a proper businessman.
So sharp, secured.
Besides secured or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But he made sure that he covered, a lot of loopholes.
Yes.
So meaning that he meant business.
Yeah.
And the business was working for him.
Yeah.
They couldn't compete. Their only solution was to burn that place down because they couldn't compete in terms of the quality of the food. They couldn't compete in terms of the prices.
Yes.
They couldn't compete in terms of the cleanliness because
we know they sleep in the shops.
Yes, you understand. And when you saw the video that I sent you. The place was good. It had proper machinery. It had
like the
all
Pick and
the
Pay.
things. Yes,
Mini
it was a
Pick
mini
and
Pick and
Pay.
Pay. Yes.
Mebra.
It was a mini Pick and Pay. That man paid a lot of money.
Having you said that, there's time sometimes where I feel that, when I'm looking at the behavior towards one another and how we are so much under siege, we face a lot of obstacles and challenges from everywhere. And there's a slight element of regret for being black. Where you feel, but God, why was I born in this race? This is a fucked up race. I can tell you. I'm telling you.
A lot of potential.
How fucked up are we? What's that story? I'm not fucked up.
No, but look at this.
You're part of the 1%. You're part of the 1%.
But listen to this story. This is painful.
Very,
where you find a community being taken over by foreigners.
Imagine. And they supported foreigners.
They supported. We nearly died there.
Yeah, obviously, I can
There was this one point. One about quality go koning ko shopong. Bar quality like literally bar yente ag.
Yeah.
Right. And how about quality that go? There was this guy who kibuanga na was put.
Yeah.
That guy was mad. That guy, obana who faith fella hora answers to
ne
atunya. Because as much as we were quiet, we were not confronting them. We were not saying anything to them.
Yeah.
In fact, they were provoking us in any way possible.
They just an excuse.
They just wanted somebody to open his mouth,
and that
was it. That was when we left the place. We had to escort each other out. Guess what happened?
Yeah.
The whole entourage of the police. There were like 4 vans there and 3, I think, quantums.
Yes.
This was guy.
So police.
Why our people have reported the cases?
How are the van?
But and then Rona, we were there thinking those vans are there to protect us.
Do you think they're getting paid?
Obvious.
By these people.
Obvious.
No, they are.
They are getting paid. These people are because one question that we asked Kolani, Remuti is right, the extortionist. I guess this is how the cabal works.
Yeah.
Especially these ANC guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. We asked him one simple question. Have you ever not received a phone call from the extortionist? These people who demand
protection fee from themselves, not from anybody else.
I don't know. I did.
Okay.
And then what did you do? When he answered us, he told them straight to no, and they then told him, business is going to be very bad.
Ish.
Our own South African brothers and sisters.
No, my brother.
Yeah, all right.
You know what?
I kid you not. Stories are going from
it's not nice, but
when you look at these things, and they come people like you, myself, and everybody else, about Joshua Mapong, and everybody else who's trying to conscientize, trying to teach, trying to write books, trying to educate, and all these things, and then you come across about Dagi, about Piva, you understand?
They're not black, those people. They are Indians, man.
No, they're Indians, but the community has allowed
the community.
Yes. The community is captured.
It has given them that power. And look at even the state. I'm a police. You understand? Even our own government. When you come across such kind of things, and here you are trying to make things right. You are thinking about the future of the next generation, and you feel that you need to protect what you have, the legal that you have.
Yes.
You can't avoid it, but to get to a space where you start to feel that in the actual fact, I'm not positioned right here.
Yeah.
I'm standing on the wrong side of the fence.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't belong here because I can tell you right now, some of us, in fact, it's not about being anything else, but they say, About taking for flop out time. He flop serious. He flop. No, he flop.
How do we use our stomachs to think?
Exactly.
I can in poverty.
Exactly.
I'm sure
this
that
has nothing to do with it. Even politicians like your people, Cupcake. Cupcake is using his stomach to think.
Everybody's doing that. And let me tell you something. Yeah, this thing is not about what you have. It's about the mindset.
Correct. I agree with you 100%.
You may not have resources, but if you've got the right mindset,
correct,
you can get things done and productive things and things that are going to take you to the next level. Yeah. The reason why we are not thinking or doing anything is because of our mindset is not right. Yeah. Like what you're saying, we think about our stomachs. Khona manje into enzeka laphana labantu bathengiwa base Orange Farm bajikela le out banomona because isibona ngathi ingcono yona izo set up i-tuck shop edesa la nekasi.
Those are the exact words.
No, yabazi, that's how they think.
They even accuse them of sleeping with small kids.
Obvious. They're going to try to get that. You're going to get that.
Where's proof of what you're saying?
Exactly. Ngoba manje makade nyuku sininingi sekuthiwa hayi uthwele una
exactly.
That is the reason why I'm not a Shembe member, but that's the reason why I always stand up for any leader that has made it to say ukuthi when you want to start to accuse people of evil doing ukuthi benza lokhu sacrifice abantwana just because of Hudaki is commanding numbers and he's got a large following, and when you don't have, you understand, and now you start to find fault ukuthi kwenze kanjani. Why is it that when a black person becomes a success, we always want to try and find
how did he do that?
Whatever it is. That on its own, it's a problem. That's why I don't entertain these talks where they sometimes go on TikTok and they show about all these rich people and black people and all these successful
rich people.
And they tell you
they are friends.
And they tell you no, but unenyoga, Lana, they are part of this, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
I don't listen to that. You know why?
Yeah.
You know why? Tomorrow I'm gonna get rich. I'm gonna have the same people saying
problem.
the same. You understand what I'm saying?
Same
I
problem.
don't entertain it at all.
I'll be the first one. Get it. There's no way.
Come and tell you. Already with my stones, I'm already on fire with some people with Illuminati. You understand what I'm saying?
But illumination is what? Light. How can light be bad? Yeah.
Where's two? Most of them.
Okay, let me pose this question. Let me pose this question to everybody who's watching on TikTok now, and everybody else who's listening to us now on www.khosifm. But then another thing you said, besides Dom, what's the
no, but no more.
Yeah. Do we have that theme of it?
Yeah, no, we do.
Are we jealous of each other?
He made a simple example, Khosi, about economical knowledge.
Yes.
He says people like Orania, they have their own currency, they have this, they have that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You can see it in some of the richest races on earth, like your Rockefellers. They are from the race Yama Judah.
Don't say that name here.
Okay, sorry.
You must never say that name here.
The Jewish community makes sure that the wealth circulates around their community before it goes out. Show me which community does that in the black culture.
Are being fair, right?
Yeah.
Are being fair to this one, especially when going to Tabiso.
Yeah.
The Jays were given reparations by even till today. They were paid reparations by Germany for the Hitler thing, and then up until whatever. And now they are the little basket kids of the whole world. They can't do wrong. They can't even be told they are wrong. They can't do anything wrong.
Correct.
Every government is falling over themselves to try to please these people, right?
Yeah.
Rona, we have been enslaved till today.
Yeah.
Ne?
Yeah.
Who gave us reparations?
No one.
Who supported us? So I cannot really say just because of that. If there's a town where in America. I don't know if it's in New Orleans somewhere. It was destroyed. Okay. By the
Yes.
Only because they were doing the same Jewish thing.
Thank you.
Black people.
It was black people who empowered themselves.
They had
I forgot the name
every
of that
business.
town.
No, I forgot. Go America.
Yeah.
They had businesses everywhere.
Destroyed it.
It was everything. Dry cleaning, whatever that the Jews will have in the community. They had that. And everything was going like this. You understand? We do restaurants the same way. White people didn't like that. They were like, we cannot have this.
Yeah.
And they destroyed the town. They but like the sanctions at this, but like at this, until they banned the president, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
You're going very far.
Everything
Royal
just
Bafokeng. What did they do this time?
exactly.
Right here.
So if if you now you're gonna run on a path and all the obstacles in the world, how are you gonna really be able to catch up to these other ones?
You know what, Mnganam?
Yeah.
I would rather have that problem.
Yes.
Of white people trying to shut me down because of we are doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Than to have a problem as a
Orange Farm. Yes.
Orange Farm. Do you understand? I would rather we have more of those type of problems of black people coming together to do things that are meaningful, and white people being jealous and trying to close us down.
Correct.
That's a nice problem to have.
Yeah.
It's a very good problem to live with.
Yeah.
Than to have a problem as a Orange Farm, where you have a community eating you understand, by foreigners, and then they are fighting their own brother. And you understand what I'm saying? That one is a problem that we don't need at all. And that is why I'm saying with the issue of ubudom is how do you think? Remember not long ago when we were talking about the issue of Cupcake came up with the issue with no, Magore register pass. After we realized right? Guess what was happening? Our own women, one was even caught.
I know.
She went in.
I know.
She went in.
I know.
Arguing. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is a South African. Kufa ingane zethu lana out here.
Yeah, and he's going to argue for these people.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now that's the part where you see an element of dom. You understand? You fail to think for yourself. You fail to see the future. You fail to even think for your own baby that you brought on this planet.
Yeah.
Yes. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a document, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to drop a bombshell now. There's a document called the Consortium of Migrants and Immigrants, right? In that document, it describes what is a migrant and it describes what is an immigrant.
Yes.
Because as fun as into this,
of course,
people are just going around
saying words like that.
That. I think we need to clear it out here once and for all. They must hear it now here on the Khosi FM to say an immigrant is somebody who comes out of, who comes from another continent coming into our continent.
Yeah.
A migrant is somebody who moves from
Lesotho
inside,
to here.
yes, inside the continent to another part of the same continent.
Yeah.
That person is called a migrant. Now, because of this so-called republics that we have in this continent, all 54 states are republics. It tells you, Uguti, there's something that they are controlling us with. Right? Now, in that document, it describes the rights of a migrant. It describes the rights of an immigrant based on the status of them being in this country.
Yeah.
If you are an immigrant, if you are an asylum seeker, one, you are not allowed to have a driver's license.
Of course.
You are not even allowed to have an RDP house.
No, born.
You are not even, yes, to own a business. Yes.
Or whatever, you wanted asylum.
Correct.
Meaning your life is in danger. Then how the hell do you own a tax shop?
Do you know?
Not that. You ran without proper documentation.
Hey, so you have
which is the main reason why we are allowing you to come and register and give us proper documentation, names and identification here.
Yes.
Passport
and we are supposed to have what you call refugee camps.
Let me tell
what
you
happened to those?
And guess what they do? Since they don't have those proper documentations, when they arrive here, the first thing that they do is to hook up with our chicks, hook up with our women. From there, they do this whole forced marriage and all these kind of things so that they can and then they use
there's a place here in Pretoria,
but you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now if our own women, they can't even see actually by me doing this with this guy, I'm empowering Lomuntu to kusasa azoteka over. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now it goes back to what? The element I was saying,
Ubudom, yes.
Exactly. I'm telling you, you see.
You know what I want to say?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Khosi, today.
No,
a lawsuit. I don't know.
Kids.
Now I want to say, Hori.
Like I want to say disclaimer. Now,
right next to corruption.
Yeah.
The biggest problem we have in this country are women.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
One, even the enemy knows. Or if you want to get to destroy a black man, use Musadi.
Yeah.
In the beginning,
Yes.
Yeah. It was a woman who broke a covenant that had nothing to do with him.
I mean,
you understand what I'm saying? So I'm saying, for now, look at the issue of Cyan Bush, of this thing in Russia.
Yeah.
No one is saying anything.
Yeah.
Almost 200 young girls nearly got human trafficked.
Yeah.
To go barking, go Russia.
Yeah.
She comes onto the platform, because she's an influencer. High one, by the way.
Yes.
She comes there. She tells people, there's this program that you need to apply. All expenses paid. But she's not telling them, what training are they going to do when they get there.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Which was the first red flag for me.
Yeah.
Then the next thing, she's saying only women must apply.
Yeah.
Why women?
Why women?
Why
and maybe young girls.
So this is what the enemy has been doing all along.
Yeah.
They use our women to do what? To get to us. You understand? So for me, I see this as the biggest problem we have, because even in Soweto, when Operation Tudula wanted to close those tuck shops, that stood up. They made a human shield wall
around the shops.
Around the Somalis, not even the shops. The Somalis.
Yeah.
What about the Orange Farm? Who were the majority there?
Women.
But
It was women.
But listen to this. Listen to this. When you're looking at that, you see those. You can see they're evident. They're right in your face. The system itself of empowering women in the expense of men.
Thank you. Amen.
That system on its own is to make sure that men remain disempowered, close to nothing, and then from there they've got no power, they've got no say.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, anything can just happen because of once you know what you ubulele in daughter, you have killed the backbone of the society.
That's it.
Yeah.
Amen.
So that has been the plan from the beginning. You understand?
Okay, Majib, I've got somebody here. Hey, Mreda, okay, how's it? Hello? How's it, my brother? I'm great. Keep well, man. Or who am I talking to? Hey. Hello? Are you just joining our live? Can I keep well, man? And where are you from? Like Katlehong, Khosi like
Welcome. Come and tell us the story here.
Yeah. Thanks, my brother, for joining us. Are you gonna join us or gonna comment?
No, I just joined the live. I've been following the conversation.
Yeah. All right, no, it's fine. Yeah. Okay, brother. All right, no, thank you so much, my brother, for joining us all the way from Katlehong, right? My namesake. Yeah.
They showed Masomalis the middle finger there. They didn't play with them.
Kimama.
Go
Katlehong.
No Somalis or no Somali people own tuck shops there.
Is it?
No.
Hey, you see what he's saying true? Somalis are no longer owning tuck shops in your area. Give us just a brief 5 seconds if I don't put it. How is it like there?
Yeah.
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 So they owned by local people.
Wow. Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Serious.
Taliban.
Taliban okay, but okay, Taliban.
I was there, fella, when we did this.
Is there somebody called Taliban who nako wena Khosi okay Taliban me bra.
I'm a typical beat.
How much you can beat?
Taliban.
Fela, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, thank you, my bra. So 5 to 6 years without no foreigners.
Yeah.
That's
what each township should do.
Exactly.
Ne?
Yeah. And I didn't play with them.
Peli bateng. Atres vilote.
Bateng,
Bateng.
There's extortionists today.
No, and you see if we can start doing that.
Yeah.
Like you say, every township doing that.
Yeah.
Then now take it to a step further. Let now every township come up with a system similar to Orania system.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Our kids, they go to our own schools.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
We develop our own areas.
Yes.
You know, I used to do these talks in schools when I was launching my book, What It Means to Be a Black Man, where I'm saying, Goti, before we can start to run away from the township, going to the suburbs, why not invest in our own township, develop it in such a way that if somebody coming from the States or anywhere else in the world, they can't tell the difference between the suburb and the township.
Yeah.
Because we would have developed our own space.
Okay.
All these facilities that are making us to go to the suburb, we can have them here. But the reason why we don't think like that, is self-hate. Because of, at the end of the day, when you can try to say, you know what, I understand the concept, I'm going to build my triple-story house here.
Yeah.
But still, there will be people who will be against you for that, who will try and sabotage everything that you're doing, whereby you end up by victim of crime. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, that's why it's a very, very serious thing. And I think this is where we are failing to tackle issues that are relevant because of we are suffering from this cancerous thing. It's jabbing us like cancer, Lendoli.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we are failing to think.
Okay. 064-548-776 or 692-4788. That's our number for Studio Sarana. If you want to join us, Mona Mo Kosi FM. Life like a fella. What the fuck is going on?
Language. You need to use that TikTok language.
No, I'm surprised because now he's saying life is like it's ending. So if you want to join us live, WhatsApp 064-548-776. I'm Kosi Sohwan and we are coming to you live on www.kosifm.co.za. Yeah.
You know what I was saying, ne? Now I'm saying because we know these Somalis are here for money.
Yeah.
Let's boycott them. All South Africans must not buy from these people.
But do you think that will happen?
No, it will happen. You know why?
Yeah.
Because these people are not just a problem to us. I'll tell you one meeting I had with the guys, Babo Unilever, Tiger Brands, and all of that.
Yes.
Remember at one point in Marlborough, Alex, by Bita Santin. I don't know why Bita Santin, but it's Alex.
Okay.
We were discovering factories of the so-called Somalis.
Yeah.
Producing their own products, especially your snacks, your juices,
yes.
your biscuits. Don't buy those things in those people, in those people's shops. I understand because they produce them and they use expired goods to reproduce these things.
Toxic.
You understand?
It's low poison.
They just repackage these things. And if I remember there was this one, Eri Totsinko 10th Avenue. I can even give you the street name where we found this factory. Right? It was 10th Avenue. Go Malboro.
Yeah.
Those who know Alex, they know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So we found the Lesotho speaking women. That were there.
Yeah.
They were busy with the Zimba. They were repackaging those Zimbas. Right? And one thing that was clear is that these people are killing the business for companies, big manufacturers such as Unilever, Tiger Brands, because people are no longer buying from this end-to-end. And as a result,
those shops,
as a result, your people who are doing farming now are suffering because of that. You understand? On a larger scale. That's why you hear people like Bo Rupert complaining now to say foreigners are a problem. It's because of that. Now you scale it down to us. Now these people have remember the consortium of migrants and immigrants says they are not allowed to do business because they are asylum seekers and refugees. Right? They should be at concentration camps, and then the UN must come in and make sure that it looks after them.
Yes, that's the whole. That's the whole.
Danville Clinic. How about you are not the responsibility of this country. You are the responsibility of the UN. So go and ask the UN where you should go for consultation. Otherwise, you have an option to go to a private doctor or a private clinic, not in our public space. The Human Commission, the lawyers of the Human Commission, they tried coming there. We told them the very same thing. They left there with the bargaining tail in their twin. So what I was saying, so what I was saying is that these people, they know the law and they are manipulating the law. Understand? And when they are manipulating the law, what we should be doing, Rona, as South Africans, we should make sure we boycott, we're not buying. Because the very same money that they are making from us, they are not circulating it within the economy. They are taking it out. I'll tell you an incident that happened 2018.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to get myself in trouble. Anyway.
Don't try.
No, it's an incident that happened in Alex. Understand? So we were there as part of the crew. Because like everybody was just breaking the shop and stuff like that. We found passports there. We found guns there. And we found buckets and buckets of coins. Coin.
Yeah.
Right? Coin, yes.
Yeah.
Bucket. Right?
Yeah.
And we asked ourselves, Khurmara, what are these people doing with so many coins? You know what they are doing? They are sending them out of the country.
Yeah.
They are finding their own things outside the country.
Wars and whatnot,
rebels. Now they only use
coins,
papers to transact, but they don't use coins to transact. You can go to any Somali shop, you will see. Coins are not being banked.
Yeah.
We cried and complained, I think 2020, where we were asking Khore, which banks are they using these people to bank their money? This was after the discovery.
Yeah.
Begicele came, go Alex, we asked him the very same question.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
To say, yes, you can speak about the stats to the South Africans because you can trace who they are. But we know there are unsolved cases. Billions of unsolved cases because you cannot trace who committed them. And you have DNA there, you have fingerprints there, but you cannot allocate the fingerprints to the face.
Yeah.
Because you can't trace them.
Because you can't trace them,
That speaks directly to the issue of foreigners. Even in the farm killings, it's exactly the same thing. You understand? So what we said to them in conclusion was that, you are doing this thing intentionally. So it is up to the community, it is up to the citizens of the country to make sure they don't buy from these people. Yeah. Because the damage that these people are doing, it's greater than what we see in our eyes. Yeah. These people are now funding even the ANC. The ANC had a problem. Now Jigga was on a problem. There's a Pakistani association right here in Barking, Centurion.
Yeah.
I can even give you the address. They had a secret meeting there.
$40 billion.
Yo.
Hey, man.
Okay. This is the part where when we talk about these things, you can't avoid but to feel like, you know what, I just have to contradict myself a little bit. I so wish we can have some white governance of some sort. But wait. I can tell you right now, you know what I'm saying there.
Yeah.
As our dark fate, I can tell you, we are failing to deal with certain issues. Listen to this for an example. These guys, the mess that they are creating, and sometimes they get away with things because of certain sentiments that ANC will share. Now, you remove the ANC, you have the EFF.
Same ANC, different colors.
Exactly. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As much as Untwana ngaba right with the things that has Kulumayo and blackness and stuff, but when element then you when it comes to these foreigners. You understand what I'm saying? And I feel, people that can actually deal with the issue of foreigners. Look at Home Affairs right now.
Yeah.
Home Affairs is coming slowly, is coming right.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I feel with the people who will not have sentiments about umuntu ophuma ngaphandle being black or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because of they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Now, for us to fix this problem, we do need that. Because of, I can tell right now, anybody else that's going to come in right now, we're going to have the same problem. It may not be the Somalians or whatever it is, but you're going to have it with the Nigerians. You're going to have it with this and this. I was listening on TikTok right now. This guy is apparently some Nigerian. There's a group of Nigerian association that is fighting for the issue with Nigerians are being chased out of hospital in terms of healthcare and stuff like that.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, first and foremost, these people, they've got the audacity to come in our own space and establish their smaller groups and be able to fight us when we are saying what we want to fix the country and we see what this is wrong. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You go to Sunnyside. Sunnyside it has turned to be a mini Nigeria right now.
Lagos.
Lagos. You understand what I'm saying? Now, everybody is forcefully taking over. And you still keep on hearing our politicians promoting this idea of, we have to get rid of, borders, we are one family and stuff like that. We are not yet ready for that. Yes, we are, but we are not yet ready for that.
Yeah.
Because right now in our space, we've got people who are criminals.
Yeah.
People who are not documented. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which means I feel good for us to talk about that is still way too early. We're supposed to close down the country immediately after 1994 and fix ourselves and put our systems
before,
in place.
before we can even invite other people to come
influx. Right now, we've got a lot of influx, uncontrollable influx, and there's a lot of shit that is happening.
Yeah. I don't know, if you still have time on this topic, but
hey, I think this topic is going to take everything. Serious.
If you look,
guys, sorry, man, we broke a little bit, but we paused, but we're back.
Oh, yes. If you look at the political atmosphere within the country right now, there seems to be a split between politicians and generals of the army.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because both of them are speaking different languages. Things, and they're speaking different languages.
Yeah.
The generals, they seem to come across to say this of making the South African Defence Force to look as it is right now was deliberate.
Yeah.
Right?
Or by these empires, because it's like they're nothing.
You understand?
Yeah.
It was deliberate.
By the weak abomu.
Yes, it was intentional. Right? And it was caused by the very same politicians who are now in bed with criminals.
Yeah.
They are using resources of the criminals to protect themselves, to enrich themselves, and to also intimidate their own fellow comrades within their same organization.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So the generals are now coming out to say, but you caused this thing, and now you are expecting us to give us answers to this mess that you caused. The visit of the Iran.
Yeah.
If you know politics, you know it's about to go down. Because now that man went there and said certain remarks that would tell you the generals are now tired of politicians.
Even now, they didn't call him to.
They are making their own alliances. And then when they are making their own alliances, pretty soon these politicians are going to find themselves in trouble.
No, but what I like is this. You remember there was a big talk about they're going to deal with him when he comes back. He must account.
They will never.
He's back. There's no accounting.
They are not going to touch him. I know.
Yeah. Now I can tell you right now. You guys are refusing the idea that I'm saying that he must go back to white folks.
No.
Okay?
No.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay, fine. It doesn't go back. But the only thing that needs to happen now, let's have a coup.
Let's support the idea of the coup.
Because I can tell you right now, I don't see anything being fixed.
Yeah, no.
By diplomacy.
Never.
I don't see anything being fixed by diplomacy. Somebody standing up there coming to say that no, we've got systems in place. First and foremost, when the first call came out that kids were dying from things that were sold from Spaza shops, Amazimba, sweets, and all these things.
Yeah.
When that call came out, with immediate effect, what was supposed to happen to shut these guys down.
Yeah.
The idea of them registering angazi ukuthi ize nobani.
It's like a cupcake.
Exactly. Angazi ukuthi ize nobani because of first and foremost, there's no need for registration there.
Yeah.
You don't need any you need to be decisive. Shut them down, get them packing, step aside. Awusebenzi, awuoni shop, uhlala still. If awuthola umsebenzi buyele emuva. And if your documents are not straight, again, buyele emuva. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how sibakhiphe nje kwindaba business. Sibakhiphe total because of it was not only one space, SOweto, where they were crying. Almost everywhere in the country, they were talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what is the registration for? Why you still need them to register for? So you're still buying time for them to get in the system so that they can kill us now even much more better.
Yes, I get
with clean shops this time.
Do you understand?
But still having fake
no,
goods.
You know what causes that?
Yeah.
Ne? I hear you are saying, Hore, Muso Utlamile u buyele back to the whites. Now, you need to understand the politics of the black child, where it comes from, and the purpose of those politics. That's where people like Bo Julius outshines everyone. Because you can never hear Paul Mashatile speak like Julius. Because he grew up within the ANC, ANC historical what. But he will never ever oppose the European structure. Because there are treaties that were made by the so-called ANC leaders that even the single ANC that ascends to the number one position will not be able to change. You understand? That is the number one. Two, it is a deliberate move because by you allowing Somalis to register their Spaza shops, you are actually going against the document that I was talking about, the Consortium of Migrants and Immigrants, because it is the one that guides the government on how to treat these people. And by you agreeing to say you are going to allow them to register, you are now telling us, or they have the right to can be part of us. And according to that document, they must be at the concentration camps. You understand? It's him deliberately making an unconstitutional decision constitutional.
I mean, if
but
the
it
men
becomes unfair for us as South Africans now. You understand? Because you are taking the space that we should be operating in.
I'm born.
What you said, the decisiveness of making a decision as a president of the country is not there.
I mean, if the man can be able to use an unconstitutional means to employ a minister outside his cabinet.
You understand?
And then I quote the live on TV.
Yes.
Like
so this is what I'm saying. Hagere, South African politicians tend to use their stomachs to think, not their heads.
Yes.
You know, when we go back to history, right? The places like the Cape of Good Hope,
Cape Town,
they want to make it an independent state, right?
Country,
and they are pushing this thing, Yamakoisen. They are pushing this thing,
Okay.
right? Because now the Khoisans wants to say they are the original people here.
And who are the Khoisans?
Original who?
Who the hell are those Khoisans?
When they came here, 1652. Let me reserve my comment on this one.
Yeah, FHGB.
You know, all I'm saying is they need to be careful because there were people here.
Yes.
Before even they came here.
Yeah.
Before that, we had Amakwaikam, we had Batswenin, we had Bakwena, we had Bataung, we had Barolong, we had so many clans. They were not called all these things. Yes, they were not all called these things.
Babua dialect.
So it is a deliberate move to can be able to apply and do these things that side. You see this thing, Yabo Vusi, what? It's just a discretion, man. Something is happening there.
Yeah.
And we are not looking at it and we are not seeing it.
No, you're right. No, you see, the issue of me and I mean, we all share the same sentiments here.
Yeah.
I don't want the government to go back to white people, but my issue of me saying that is because of I wish there can be something that drastically happens that makes Tinabotaki to realize what in the actual fact we need to work together. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something that will cause so much pain. But we had a chance, but we played with it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I mean by that. I so wish there can be just a move that can happen where we lose everything. We all suffer.
Yeah.
We all see shit. And then from there, we realize, you know what? Actually, it was our fault.
Yeah.
But this time, we're never going to allow it to happen. Because of, I think, this whole transition from 1994 and all that, somehow it got us into a comfort zone.
Correct.
You understand?
Correct.
You know the fact that this land was never taken through the barrel of the gun, it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a problem whereby people they are complacent, people are comfortable, people they don't see anything wrong.
Yeah.
Check all these people that we are complaining about right now. Look at the countries where they are coming from.
Yeah.
There's wars.
Yes.
There's fightings.
Correct.
That is why when they got an opportunity what is it that they do? They make sure that they solidify themselves. They put their differences aside. They stand together. If it means that they must bulldoze over a community that they found in that space, they will do it. They don't give a flying fuck.
Yeah.
Now, Tina, we don't think like that because of sisesek comfort zone.
Yeah.
Azange usithole udisplaced. Ungasahlala endlini yakho, ungasakhona ukuya esipanini, uhlala ehlathini, ungazi ukuthi ingane zakho zikuphi. Until that happens, South Africans will never change in their way of thinking.
You're right. And I fully support that, Jibili Kane. Frank Fanon, in one of the books, I don't know which one is it, he says, in order for you to deal with trauma, you have to put the same amount or level of trauma in that person. Get them out of that situation. But I strongly believe we need a coup here. Right?
You think you need a coup?
We need it.
Because now I always thought we need a civil war.
You know why? Not civil war. We need a coup that is going to teach South Africans a lesson. Why Kechoso? Ne? We need a caring dictator. Right? Somebody who's going to be like Traore.
There's such a thing, man.
You understand? And I'm saying somebody who's going to be like Traore, who's going to decree and declare laws. We don't need commissions, man. You understand? We need somebody who's going to come in and tell us today, but about 10 o'clock. And it's law. It's done. You understand? And that is the nature of African politics, by the way. Because if you look at your traditional political parties, I'm talking about your UDM, IFP, you know, those are political parties that black people knew let's president as slowly because they say you understand? It was founded by this guy. He will die in that position, and that's it. The only time when somebody ascends to take that position is when this one is gone. And this has been our way of politics before the European way of introducing this democracy. And it was a false pretenses, or it was a dream that was sold by Abo Mandela, right? And I don't blame them for them because they gave us an opportunity to can continue the fight, right? But why I'm saying this, our immediate way of living in our own households is not democratic. You understand? As much as we can cry rights and speak about equality, 50% between men and women, in the house it's not 50%. You understand? It's not 50-50. You understand? That is our immediate way of living. So this thing of saying, this thing of saying democracy, it doesn't exist and it will never exist.
All right.
So we need to get out of this mind of democracy doesn't exist. Barakeman, Mukolazi must just take a gun and start shooting.
No, let me tell you this. You are so right. Actually, democracy does not exist in Africa. The African way of leadership is autocracy.
Yes.
Black people, they don't do well with rights.
They don't.
You understand? We fail to be responsible.
Correct.
We are not responsible
Correct.
people. So if you are given too many rights,
correct.
And exactly. Speaking of which, there was another video that I just saw. This lady, Ushaya utishera mfethu ngempama.
Oh, okay, boy.
There's another one.
It's not nice.
But it's a payanyana, no. You see, like what you're saying with this I ain't banana rights. So now what's happening now is that corporal punishment is sus. You understand? And then sabanike zama rights. That thing is not balanced. If you go to white schools, white kids, they've long had their own rights.
Correct.
You understand?
Correct.
But you will never find that kind of a behavior in a white school as much as they've got their rights.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? There's an approach that is being used of irrespect. You understand? Tina Giti, we used to have that, but it was something that Messi acknowledged because of it was done forcefully. So now when you take that force away, you don't enforce it anymore, you say now you've got rights. It's the same as emshadweni ubheke abantu besifazane for an example. Kunama rights umuntu manje sakutshela ukuthi ne I'm going a weekend away in Cape Town nabangane wena this weekend uzobabysit. You understand what I'm saying? So democracy does not work for abotaki.
No, it doesn't.
Abotaki, our nature of leadership, it is not democracy, it's autocracy.
It's autocracy.
Umuntu omnyama uzwa ngokuthi into enforciwe.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why, as much as we don't want to talk about the issues of ukuthi ukushaya umuntu wesifazane, I don't condone that.
Yeah.
But ngokwesintu bekuba nenduku nje ekhona le ekhaya.
Endlini,
You
yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
Ukuthi nje umama makaphuma endleleni ubaba ushesha idonse. Angithola ukwenzeka.
Yeah.
That's our way of leadership. That's our way of leadership. So lento lezi eziza ngabelungu, they don't help us.
No, they don't.
Instead, we are deteriorating fethu badly. Now, the topic which today, maybe because of time, won't be able to touch into it. Bengifuna ukuthi ngingene kuyo ngaleyo ndaba ukuthi makusala kuba nabo Orania.
Yeah.
Amabhunu bathize nabahlala babheka. Bathi lana sobhayiziseka.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
I do agree with the idea abayiphethe, but bona bayenza endaweni wrong.
Correct.
They are not supposed to be doing it here in Africa and in South Africa because of this is not their continent.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the concept behind looking at what is happening around us since this democracy is the right concept. Because of Nami personally, I worry about the future of my kids. Ukuthi kahle kahle, if our dagi we don't come together and have such kind of communities that promote our culture, our way of doing things and all these things, what's going to happen with us?
Yeah.
We are losing ourselves. We are losing our kids. We are losing the next generation.
Yeah, and you are right. You know, Uchibilika is 100% correct. I agree with every point that he has made, right? But I just wanted to add on something. Yeah, we're talking about rights.
Yes.
Right. And I want to show you how these Somalis, Pakistanis, and Somalians and Baraking Ethiopians are so dangerous for us here. Yeah? When we talk about business, right? The Immigration Act is clear. You have to invest in this country.
5 million.
Right? I don't know how much it is.
5 million.
Right? And then you have this consortium of migrants and immigrants that talks about the right to can feed yourself if the UN is not coming into play, right? You need to find ways and means of supporting yourself and feeding yourself, right? We are talking about people who have supermarkets, right? When you have supermarkets, it means you are a wholesaler.
Yeah.
You are now operating at the level of your Unilever, you are operating at Tiger Brands and all of these big, manufacturers. That 5 million investment should be coming in now. You should be employing South Africans. You should be now contributing in terms of paying the 5 million for you to can be able to operate. But these people are not doing it. To make matters worse, they've got their own payment system.
Yeah.
To make their matters worse, they've got their own payment system. In terms of their swipings and everything. And now there's an outcry where they are charging us an extra amount of money for buying bread.
I refused. I remember so I guess swipe cardiac, right?
Yeah.
I think it was around what $10.
Yeah.
But about 11. But no, let
me tell you something that you don't know. Your FICA, your Face Act, your Ing, they clearly regulate these things.
Yeah.
Now, how do you allow people who came here on a refugee status to can even have their own payment system here?
Yeah.
That thing is highly regulated. To the extent that when as a black person, when you want to open a simple thing like a loan shop, you have to go through so many
hurdles and stuff and have to pay this much to get the license.
How did they do it? So in conclusion, what I'm saying is we don't have government here. You understand?
Yeah.
Because now our own government even makes decisions that goes against our culture. You know, when you give a right to a baby to abort a baby
12 years
without the
old.
consent of
12
that's
years
not
old.
Bantu culture.
Yeah.
That's not. You understand? When you take away such things and you make it the right of a child, you are now showing me as the government or as the governors, you don't care about us as the people. You only care about yourself and the system that you're pushing, which is the system of white people.
Yes. Obviously.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not that I was chipping in, but you've touched a lot of things which they are burning in my heart. First and foremost, I kept on asking myself a question. Uthola lama outi barana ispaza.
Yeah.
Emakaya. Kwindawo eyibonayo ukuthi ayinamali.
Yes.
It's not about business.
No, it's not.
This is a long-term plan. This is a military plan.
Yeah.
Correct. You are right.
It's why we are being invaded here.
Yeah.
Bona, while we are watching.
Yeah.
There's a long-term plan of taking over this country. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for the longest of time, we were focusing on white folks.
Yeah.
Which bona bayenza evident le Cape Town.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But now abantu bakhona la. This is what's going to happen. And this is exactly what happened in Kemet.
Correct.
That's how actually it ended up becoming yellow. This is what happened in Libya. And that's how it became
Algeria,
Somalia.
all these
places.
Yeah.
What they're gonna
Algeria,
do-
Somalia, and all of those places.
Yeah.
What they're going to do, 3 things. They either take over military-wise, or they take over via religion, and number 3, they breed you out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is
Yeah,
They
they
breed-
make they make sure that they
and-
make
and
babies like
Konamanje-
nobody's
and Konamanje,
business.
Yeah.
They're fast-tracking that.
The breeding one
They are
especially.
They are
Yes.
breeding now.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna have a lot of Oriental kids that are being born.
Yeah.
We will be 50 years from now. We'll be playing a game that says "spot a black man."
correct.
You understand what I'm saying?
100%.
Who is the
And-
pure one been amongst us? Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Indians.
And then at the same time now, into enzekayo bakufaka inkolo yabo.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Which for a lot of black people, and it goes back again to
What's this made njalo?
it goes back to and it's gonna go back to what I was saying. Uguti, it might sound offensive, but there's an element of stupidity. Khona manje to our brothers, to say salam alaikum, wa alaikum salam, it's a floss.
How are you saying?
It's a floss to
Yeah.
wear topi and put on a kutra. It's a
Yeah,
floss.
yeah.
Without thinking, good in the actual fact, where does this come from?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So they feel good when they're there, they've made it to have that search around. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're standing with the Palestinians. Look, I stand with the Palestinians as well.
Yeah.
But as a black man.
As a
Yes.
black man,
You understand what I'm
Yes,
saying?
exactly.
So our people, that's why ngithi kune element, kune nerve kubodaki engathathi kahle.
Yeah.
Kune nerve kubodaki. Mangahlala phansi us-analyze how we do things.
Yeah.
You will notice this, that there is a nerve.
There's something wrong there.
There's something wrong out there. I'm telling you. And we will go as far as fighting one another
Yeah.
and hating each other
Yeah.
if ever somebody points out ukuthi mara lento oyenza uyalahleka.
Yeah.
You know, you said something very profound before we went on air. Oguti, we start so many organizations as black people.
Yes.
But there's always one common problem that we are experiencing as people who are founders of any organization. Greed,
Yeah.
the need to can take over,
Yeah.
the need to can be the number one.
Why, Bon?
You know, I was watching one of the videos because I was just doing, research on blackness.
Yeah.
To say, but why as a black man, I would want to buy Gucci, But you look at Bill Gates. That man-
Hayapari Gucci that man.
Hayapari
He's
Gucci
got
that
billions.
Yeah.
And then he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
He can afford anything.
Yeah.
Barke mango ako Pitor. This boy. Ako Pitor. Oh, it's on the spaceship.
Oh, Shuttleworth.
Yes.
Yeah. Shuttleworth. Mark Shuttleworth. I get a son now.
Go comment.
Asanda mo it's na ko Isle of Man.
What's one? Ubetse khaya vela neswa mo. It was never from here.
Yeah.
We know the truth. What? The ubetse khaya is fine. Like anka citizen nyakara umthoki.
Yeah.
So, you look at those people, and I asked myself, I wanted to be, and I looked at it and I was like, these guys, even their way of thinking, otlohako sabapo, ateko kasi, kavrpa, atlo floxela, guys that he grew up with,
Yeah.
sabo compete le takatsa hae ko.
Tenkwa.
Yes. You understand?
Yeah.
And you look at it, you wonder, there's a lot of self-esteem issues.
Low self-esteem. Yes.
Yeah, there's like low self-esteem.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
One thing that
A
I
need for
experienced,
validation on top of that, yeah.
One thing that I experienced, if you want black people to be genuine with you, move from where you grow up.
Yeah.
Go to a place where they don't know you.
Yeah.
Then you'll genuinely be welcomed into the community and you will be taken very serious, because when you do business with those people will take you serious.
Yeah.
Now what we want to do, and that thing is a problem.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people being destroyed by the mentality of people bakokasi.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
There was a guy by the triple S,
Yeah.
multi-billionaire. in Alex. Ushulas nix.
I'm not them Alexander.
Bon, ntse ba tla ba kopa di 1 ranta. Sneng o bona di ntonyana tse ready ko ntlung o di tsebore di keneng di thaponyana mo metseng tse ready. Like they come at you ka di angle kaofela. Just to make you suffer. You understand? And the person who's doing that yena ka bena hana next. Hana next.
But then T, I mean, what I'm saying, guys, look, all these things that we are pointing out that we've seen happening with ourselves as and stuff like that, it will still go back to the same thing. The nerve. There's a nerve. You know, look, it doesn't matter how well educated umuntu omnyama can be.
Yes.
Being a professional, you find that nerve.
The educated ones are the biggest problem.
Yeah, you find that nerve. And I think this is the part that nobody's addressing in the actual fact.
Yeah.
Because when you go back again to read the book Chancellor Williams, The Destruction of Black Civilization, he says as much as, yes, the colonizers came and colonized, but they wouldn't have done that if there were no already loopholes.
Yeah, they were.
Already when they came here, there was already division among black people. There were loopholes and they capitalized on those loopholes. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no way with Labandu Kubeba Shaile Sashaiga Deusingakor.
That is why now they're even trying to justify slavery by saying we were slavers before even they can come to the continent.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, if you look at how we behave, Konamanje, after having had our liberation and stuff like that, and there's so much information and knowledge out there, and you still look at how Umdomyama behaves, how we fail to plan for the future and to think for the future. Instead, we don't safeguard our kids or anything else. We're just all about what we're going to get now, money now, everything now. We sell the counter, we sell everything. You start to realize, Mara, lo muntu in the actual fact, something is wrong upstairs.
You know,
and I don't know what remedy do we need to fix that, because of everybody else around us, Chinese, Indians, whatever, they got it right there.
And amongst themselves, again.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's the minority is fun,
It's about their race. It's about the future of our kids. You understand what I'm saying? We're doing things for ourselves. Indians, they hardly support black business.
They don't.
They don't.
Pen, Alexander.
Yeah.
For years, it has been owned by Indians.
Sort of like it. Yeah.
For years, it has been dominated and owned by Indians.
King.
No, it's a place, but it's a pen.
Yeah.
What's a good thing? That's where you find all the things that you need. It's sort of like a market place of some kind.
Yeah, but
Kimakula fair. Like there's been for years. Bon, Alex is the oldest township in the world. Not even in South Africa, in the world, close to Mississippi, right? But that place, from that time until now, it has been dominated by
Indians.
Understand? Which is what Jubilee is saying. And for me, to be honest with you, the loophole came here. Cool. How do you accept a religion of an enemy, but you reject the life of an enemy?
Yeah,
we answer wrong that thing. You understand? As Hosi, that is a custodian of our cultures.
Yes.
You're going to compromise your own beliefs at the expense of your whole entire nation, and you accept the belief of an enemy, and you know this person is an enemy. You know, in our own culture, we've always had Mudim Libadim. Right? Bona they had so many gods, bo Hercules, bo God of fire.
And all that,
yes. But you're going to accept their religion.
Yeah.
Kanjan. That's the first loophole for me. You understand? And for us to fix that, you know, we neglect the trauma that we have suffered because it keeps on being passed on from one generation to the next. You understand?
Yeah.
And you see it in our kids. Now they go to school. They don't see color, but when they get to high school, that's where they start seeing color.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's where you start seeing the expressions and the changes, meaning that there's something wrong there.
They're taught at home, especially Bonaba.
Understand? And then you look at our political system in terms of how it's structured.
Yeah.
This was never for us.
Yeah.
It's not a coincidence that all 54 states are republics. It's not a coincidence.
And democracies and on top of that, yes.
So you are now having people like Baragimang this guy wako Zambia.
Makafula.
Yes.
Kenny.
Makafula
kwa Tanzania mfana.
Makafula kwa Tanzania. Kitlamhopole. You know, the system is so corrupt to the extent that they too are now using it against us as ordinary South Africans. There's no record of this person coming in the country. That's point number one.
In this country.
There's no record of him coming in this country.
But
now our courts are being used for his case. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm trying to highlight something here to say we are in trouble. For as long as we as South Africans are not going to stand up, seeing this thing for what it truly is, we are going to continue in this way and it's not going to stop. Hence, I'm saying I support a coup. You understand? And we need a caring dictator. We don't need somebody who's going to come here and beat around the bush. We don't need somebody who's going to, tiptoe around issues. I mean, look at the issue of Senzom Kun. You understand? That man was supposed to be decisive.
Of course.
It shows the level at which our people are so ignorant to the extent that we have accepted to have two ministers. It doesn't make sense. We understand? We can blame the NGOs, we can blame, but Rona as citizens, we have the power to can make that man. Because now, as a taxpayers, we are paying salaries of two people. We understand? Where is logic in that? And we are allowing these things to happen in our eyes. You understand? And once you start challenging it, you become a problem. Once you start challenging it and start speaking like us, you are now being seen as what? As a terrorist. But we have organizations such as Abo AfriForum, who clearly committed treason.
But they're still free there.
Thank you.
They're still free.
You understand? Now, we are speaking on the on the show right now. Trust me. One sip of anything that is going to be heard that sounds like Utabona. Human Rights Commission at the doorstep. But saying, who's that one?
But you see the thing that now, which you've just touched on, AfriForum. And again, we go back again, I'm a poon out time. I'm a poon. I'm right. You understand? But there's a lot there's a lot that we can learn from them. Look at AfriForum. AfriForum, before anything else, they came out first. But Mela, we go to know. Tina will run the prostitution if NPA fail. According to our own terms.
And how many black lawyers do we have that can do the same thing?
Do you? No,
exactly.
You know why, Jose? I've said it. The nerve, bro. There's a nerve.
No, when it comes to that,
there is a nerve that ain't go right to go botag. Look at what is happening. And these guys, they're always step ahead. That university here. Yamapu.
Was there a need for us to have another university?
There's another one.
You mean that technical what
that was recently
I wasn't
built,
sure. Yes.
Africans, Amapu.
Fair like that.
Exactly. Tina, we are not thinking like that. Why? That's my problem. My problem is that why are we failing to get to a point where we fail to think for ourselves? We fail to safeguard ourselves, to safeguard our own future. Why can't we think like that? Instead, what we do, when these things happen, we want to go and make a noise. Orania, why don't you go and build your own Orania, build your own university, have your own prostitution system? Why don't you do that as umuntu mnyama? Why do you want to be accommodated by these people, which you are well aware of that they hate you?
Okay.
Even these foreigners that we're talking about, very soon, these Pakistanis and everybody else, they're going to be doing the same thing. They're going to be taking our space.
Late.
You see, they're going to be taking over our space, creating their own things, and Tina still, we will still want to fight to go to know it's our own place. We want to become part of. Why are we failing to stand on our own?
Okay. I sort of maybe to look at the for my own opinion, God, that why can't we create our own? Look at the history we come from. For now, I'm offended to see a white person saying, I want my own space after apartheid.
Yeah.
That is nonsense. I'm not going to allow that to happen. Yeah. So maybe, and because you're not that much resourced, some of us are, Cupcake and the rest of them, they are resourced, but their resources get young. You understand? You can be a billionaire in name, but you don't have the physical cash that you say you are. Because I don't know, this guy said, billionaires, I want to tell where is the money? It's not like they've got millions liquid stacked inside their houses. They're just billionaires because so now for now we'll say, okay, maybe somehow, the NEF I agree. Completely Gayon. Mara, I'm not gonna allow a white person to say, I want my own space after what they've done to us for years. Especially still holding resources.
Because how do we even get to a point whereby he even says, I want my own space? This is not his own country. This is not his continent.
I can we overcompromise, my brother. And before was overcompromisation, and we still
why can't we fix it?
Exactly. I'm
fixing it is being that book called the Constitution.
Yeah, what I'm saying is this. For even nalezingam lokuthi sifikele la lokuthi zithi sifuna ispace sazo in a wrong continent, first and foremost, the continent yabantu abamnyama hayi abamhlophe.
Yes.
Because two, you are right here in South Africa at the tip of the continent, far much more west. You are not even close to Europe now. You understand? So you can't even utter those words. But for the fact that we still entertain as a black government that kind of dialogue, and we still we haven't even deployed the army to say, get rid of these people, get rid of these houses, demolish this whole thing. We are still want to sit down and negotiate. It goes back to the nerve. There's a nerve. That's wrong.
I want to shock you, ne?
Yeah.
The reason why I'm saying we are late is because this Somalis now.
Yeah.
Of
course.
Aided.
They've got the money again.
Aided by our very own South African brothers who work in these so-called government offices. You'll be shocked.
Housing.
Yeah. There are a lot of hijacked houses. You understand? And all I'm saying, Kuhore, you keep on referring to the government as government. We don't have a government that is for us. You understand? We have a government that oppresses us. You cannot win to be in governance but agree to continue with the system of the oppressor.
Yeah.
You can't. You understand?
Yeah.
Now show me one parliament except Lesotho, right? That still uses its own native way of conducting its own business.
What's one? Hey! Yeah.
Mara is not even part of us. You understand?
Yeah.
All I'm saying is,
but
look at the places that he's mentioning. You understand? All I'm saying is, all the people or all the countries where a white man has stepped foot in it and established the law, they are still using the very same law.
Yeah.
You understand? And they are continuing with it.
Have you seen the Nigeria, Ghana, Uganda, all these eastern countries? They still wear the wigs.
Yes.
they still wear the wigs.
You know.
Like, how do you do that?
After how many years of independence? So it's not even the nerve.
Listen to this. I got so disappointed, in fact, to like what you're saying. When you look at Nigeria, you look at all these other Western countries, you realize within the actual fact, you thought that South Africa was colonized. No. I think some of us in South Africa, we survived colonization.
Yeah.
Joe, those guys, even in religion, they are still staunchly rooted in this shit.
Yeah, West of all TV, they kiss a white statue called Roma. I'm like, what the?
A brick. Cement.
A white statue, like a white statue on the cross. Man. I'm like, wow.
No, but you see, I hear you talking about the nerve, right?
Yeah.
But I'm simply trying to point out to you, Hori, it's not actually a nerve.
Yeah.
It is how we elect our leaders.
Ne?
Do you understand? We have greedy people in these so-called high positions of authority. That's why sometimes educated people are a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
You know why? Because they get comfortable in the system. They make the system work for themselves and their own families.
Yeah.
And when you want to challenge and demolish the system, they will do anything in their power to block you from breaking this system because now they are not going to be able to function. Hence, to this day, they are refusing for this constitution to be rebuilt. They don't want and they are not going to allow it.
Hey, they won't.
Can I give you a code? Can I give you a code that I normally say this, and then it has got me in hot waters. A lot of educators and everybody else, they hate me for it.
One, you're last to because this guy 7 minutes. You're last to wait. Yeah. No, okay. Yes, that's all your last words. Yeah.
I always say that actually Western education does not make a black person clever. Instead, it makes a black person stupid.
That's true.
It clouds you.
Yes.
You can't think beyond.
You become a program.
Yeah.
You are programmed to do things and say things in a particular way. You are a new type of a slave.
You are a slave with a tie.
Yeah.
But you're still a slave, but packaged different.
Yeah, I mean, you are a house nigger.
Yeah, of course you are.
Yeah. No, but my parting ways is that it cannot be right that a South African brother who is going to lose business because of people who are considering themselves to be our own brothers.
Yeah.
Because they can't compete.
But they are not.
It's unfair.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it is not right that to this point, our police have not investigated and he tried opening up cases. They blocked him. And now that he finds himself in this position, they want to now come and pretend as if they care. They never cared when he had time and proof to show them that his life is in danger and then his business is at risk of being destroyed.
Yeah.
And now it has happened and they still are not doing anything for this guy.
Yeah.
You understand? So my issue now here is that there's no way a South African is going to be blocked by these people to conduct business. Xolani has to be the last one.
To be put on the stick.
And I'm just going to say, if Bakam assassinate, bazokhomba umuntu onojwala.
All right, guys. No, thank you so much. Today was so nice, man.
Yeah. It was actually what we came here for. We didn't even touch it.
But it's the conversation.
Very relevant.
Yeah, but I was working. Thanks so much for always availing yourselves to come here and we sit here and we do this. It really means a lot to us. So I really appreciate that, especially two of you. So now my last words is very simple. I can't maybe that deeply. I get what can we do? What do we need to drink before to just to
to get rid of the nerve? When you're a doctor, you must tell us which nerve is there. I'm telling you.
Like I can understand why would people like you see this is an enemy, but you still support.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Your kids are dying.
The kids are dying.
The food is poisonous.
But you still go and buy. You know, I remember $100 that tax shop Magdi do it.
Yes.
Yeah, Karel. The very, very, very poor whites who are staying that side, they will come and ask when is the shop gonna open.
Here
the men's help ons. Kainkan. Kawafa di kata sasa, bawafa grocer.
Exactly.
I'm like, wow.
But you see, talking about that, I walked around the ward.
Yeah.
There was about 10 shops that I went to. All of them had expired goods.
Yes.
All. Not even a single one.
I was called by one lady, the same area, to come and interview them. The baby got sick because of some noodles they bought from a shop there.
I know the story.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I was like, okay, what happened? She tells me, I'm like, but you guys are still buying from these things.
Luckily, that child never passed on.
You know?
They saved her on time.
Maybe in Pretoria, we're still a bit lucky because all this nonsense that I go Johannesburg, all that.
Correct.
Johannesburg. I see Fitly, and I guess Fitly. I don't think it will even come here.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying about guys, why are we our worst enemy? As black people, why are we doing this to ourselves?
I'm just disappointed in the community of Orange Farm.
That is my biggest problem. My biggest problem is that we can sit and try to discuss why things happen, this and this and that.
Yes.
But the very same people that you are trying to fight for are the ones who are pulling the trigger.
Exactly.
And that's where it gets
painful.
Yeah, that's where it has that's where it has the most.
It hurts.
They are the very same people that are pulling the trigger. You know, there are so many of us who've got brilliant ideas. Yeah. You come up with an initiative. I'm an initiative I flop because of what? kunabantu nje abangekho right who don't
who just sabotage and do what.
Community Orange Farm. You know when you get it from this Somalis, it's expected.
But
exactly.
And the pain is
but from the very very people you have tried to fight for.
I nearly died of it. Like seriously, you know mob psychology.
I
was scared.
And for them to form that human shield nonsense around this, what the hell is that?
I was scared, when I saw the community rising up against us because these are South Africans and I know how they think. There was a guy who was, killed, come up justice for being accused wrongly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And Bazok she's.
And our sisters, guys can't
Those are the biggest worst enemies we have.
People need to invite one woman to come here one day and talk about this story. Why are they doing this?
You must get those staunch feminine people here. Yeah.
Why are you doing this? Why are you putting yourselves through these things?
Yeah, it's Bazok Chelan. Banama rights.
Yeah.
You understand? There's no reasoning. There's no content.
It's just empty teeny
rights. So I've got the right and the right. Whether you're right, actually, it harms somebody else. You just don't care. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bafethu mina thi ngutshele lana kufuneka isifutho esiserious
the prayer won't work.
I know.
Okay, guys, listen. Thank you so much, those who are joining us on YouTube now, man. We actually.
They are misbehaving. These ones, uninvited.
So we are at the end of the show now, man.
Yeah.
Those who just join us now, okay, I want YouTube the people that joined in. Please like, subscribe, and share, and comment as well, and watch the video and then tell us what you think about today's show. We had 3 topics, but we only consumed by 1. That is serious. Foreigners in this country, they are causing a mess, man. We really need to fix this thing because now I don't understand why would someone come from all the way from Pakistan and also Somalia go bully, and then you tell me in my own house or you touch one of us. You came here as a refugee. You came here as someone who needs help. When I give you my help, then you umpa this that is your things. You come to my country and you say to me, I need food. I give you food and then you throw me with the king plate after that. Thank you. You don't do that because none of us are in Somalia now doing the same things or Bangladesh or wherever they come from. So who gave them the right to come here and do that? That is the question. So let's talk about this thing. We might even continue about this topic up next week. Yeah, because it's too much. It's too deep and
now they must go to comments there so that they can guide us.
Yeah, but what do you want? I'm commenting on YouTube, comment on TikTok.
Do
you want us to continue with this thing again? But tell us, do you want us to continue this thing happening? And we can actually talk about this. What do we do?
Yes.
Exactly. You are safe with your family. It's not going to work. It's the same mentality. GB, the nerve. When we come as a community and say, guys, let's form a community policing forum. Correct. For example, simple thing. We can patrol our streets and make ourselves safe. And one stupid nonsense about I've got ADT in my house. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Who asked you?
I don't think 50 rent a house.
Maybe
for example, I'm not Denville more than at the moment. Do you know why we don't have any more King? Outages.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
No.
West Park, every week, there was no light in West Park.
Yeah.
A week before, there was no light. It's like the same thing as what happened in Denville. You know what happened? I hate to do this. I hate to give compliments like this one. We came together. And they took a white person's security company. It's not patrolling those cables.
Yeah. That's what
they took. A white person's company is not patrolling those cables. There is no outage more for over a year.
But guess what?
It was happening every week.
But guess what? If they would have taken a black person's company,
yes.
Understand?
Yes.
Something which I hate to compliment sometimes.
That's the problem.
We can have to accept the fact. Somehow, we are worst enemy.
Exactly.
We are our worst enemy. So let's not do that. Be proud of your skin color, man.
Yeah, and about the movie, why beat the leader?
But it's our more shame. And it's a big people talking about, are we really saying that someone should get a corner? I really finally admitting that nonsense.
Do you understand?
What's the game?
Do you understand?
We cannot do this on our own.
I didn't
we
even
need
know
this person.
that. It's funny that you should mention that.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
evidence shows. Yeah, evidence shows that, you know what? If you want to get anything right,
put a white person.
Put a white person.
It's wrong to even.
I remember
do that,
I was raised. I was raised by a man who was among the first to own an advertising agency.
Yeah.
And he kept his staff 90% white.
Yeah.
And I remember he said something when I was asking, why do you do that? Why the issues of, you know, bringing up a tag and stuff like that? I said, Nick, if you want your business to fail,
yeah.
Abantu abamnyama, they don't think about production. They think with how they can become the next boss.
Yeah.
They're not what.
And that's true.
Yeah.
But that's wrong.
They are there to get paid for what they're going to do, and that's it. And they're content with that because that's the deal. Oxalai, we are not saying that they are not corrupt.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if they're corrupt, but the corruption yabo, itarod bazoyenza.
Yeah.
Why, but
Electricity bazoyifaka.
Yeah.
Into mnyama uzokushaya akushaya kungabe na mhlakasi kungabe na taroti.
I didn't say the cheap nonsense erapula and it's gone.
That's it. So Tina, we don't care. We just don't care.
Yeah.
I understand. There's an example that one guy gave. You know, one poor said, if ever mpete ipiltong, there's a black guy, there's a colored guy, there's a white guy. A white guy will come and probably he will either cut a little bit of the biltong and leave. A colored guy will steal the biltong but will leave the wire where you hang. Utagi uzofika ashaya ibiltong ashaya nale wire la.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you understand? You understand?
Hey, brother, how's it? Wait. I've got somebody here. I don't know this guy. Who are these people? They just come and say the nonsense, then they run away.
They want to battle.
Battle what?
There's a battle.
Can you battle like this? Go TikTok. Hope I don't use this nonsense.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I'm telling you.
So just give a little brief.
They come on.
Yeah.
They come on, right? They come on onto the
Yeah.
They come on, and once they are there, they will ask you to battle. So what would happen is that the viewers of your life will now have to support you so that you can win against that person.
How the fuck does that?
No, it is.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And I'm too old for this nonsense.
I don't do that.
I'm too old for this.
Yeah.
Like this guy, this white boy just popped into my screen.
Yes.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Who are you?
They just come in, and it's very difficult to get rid of them once they are there.
Is it?
Isa.
So you must block them.
This TikTok is going to give us a problem.
You must always have a host and a guest.
It's like allowing a demon to come in.
Yeah. Because they come in unannounced. They don't care whether you're doing a podcast or you're doing
They just
come in. Yeah. Sometimes you're having a serious conversation.
And then
can we return to please?
What the?
And now you have to entertain this child.
Okay. Guys, let's go. Areng hi, Khalil up.
Adios.
Guys, thank you so much, man, for today. It was beautiful, guys. No, it's in the microphone. It's in the headphone. Go outside, GB. Global thing.
No, I'm not in. I'm Wednesday, Thursday. I'm in.
Okay. We're not television. Wednesday. Yeah. Tomorrow you're not here, ne?
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. We'll skip tomorrow then.
Okay.
Wednesday, Ribuaka. What do Africans be living in before the white president comes? I Ribuaka that thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. But we've spoken about Orania. That Cape story.
Yeah.
We've spoken about those two.
That will cover.
Keep on thinking too. Let's talk about this one.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, man, for you guys to being here. It was a pleasure. I love you so much, as you know, miss. And then next week,
Wednesday.
On Wednesday and on Thursday as well, GB. Thursday was tape.
Yeah.
I'll listen.
Because listen, so we want to talk about this thing.
Listen. I'm inexperienced.
We want this table for Naga. So, guys, when I go TikTok, we want to watch the whole interview. It's on YouTube. The name of the show, the Kositsile on a live show. And on Facebook now, if you can just go tune there, you can see it. The name of the show, name of the channel, go Facebook. So, please go check there and watch the whole thing. Comment, like. like, subscribe, and tell us what you guys think about today's topic. Beautiful. Bye-bye.
The time has come to stand as one. We're venting our frustration. We've been abused and refused.